What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I appreciate everybody watching all the videos. Every little bit helps, and I'm trying to build something for entertainment and for personal purposes, so I appreciate that. So we had the S10 in here, and this is a little update on the S10. It is all wired. The truck is going to the track, so if you're not going to the track, I don't know what your problem is, because everybody else is going. This weekend up at Lebanon Valley Dragway. Tonight's a test. Tomorrow is no time, no rules. This truck he wanted ready for no time, no rules event. He runs at a small tire class, and I personally believe that he would be a top contender. This truck is very impressive. Just to kind of give you a little bit of a kind of, I can't show you certain things, but I can show you what we did. And I can actually run it. He said it's cool. We can do a walk around. I can run the vehicle so you guys can actually see the truck finally, and you can hear it because it sounds great. So it is a nitrous vehicle. I will give you that. And, you know, we just basically rewired everything. So I'm going to show you everything I did, how I did it, and you get to see how it works. Oh, what's in the garage? Yes, it is. So, new name for the car, Clark Kent. If you don't understand why I named this guy Clark Kent, I can't help you. All right, well, here's the truck. As you can see, technically 86 S10 pickup. They were very popular back in the day. They're very popular now for drag racing. This is a super clean truck, and the owner is a really good guy. He wanted me to do a walk around. He said no problem. You guys have seen the interior. There's still some things that we're going to upgrade down the road. Right now he's happy with it. Truck has a good look. It's got like a satin finish below the trim, or the body molding, I should say, body line, and then it's a gloss above it. I like it. Wheels are awesome. It's a nice setup. And if any of you are wondering, it does have a 9-inch. He told me I could show you that. And it does have leaf spring. So it is Caltrac monoleaf 9-inch mini tub. Did a nice job on it, actually, but it's probably been done for a little bit. Oh, this is the old valance. That's garbage. They did a nice job, though. They sectioned it, used your existing wheel well, and just kind of moved it inboard. That's to clear the housing, because the truck is down on the ground a lot more. Obviously, fuel cell. This, obviously, you can't hide any of this. It's in the bed. Battery, fuel pump. Oh, and what's that? Wise Guys Performance. Sticker on the back. Most of you probably might even know who this is, but we're not disclosing names. And no, I'm not showing you the engine. So, all right, let's check it out. So here's what we did. You remember from the original videos, we had a rat's nest. And we took that rat's nest and we fixed it. So you have your power and ground lug. Everything's nice and neat coming off of there. Only what's necessary on those two lugs. No overload. Everything is loom wrapped. We didn't leave anything exposed except for this power wire here, which is fine. It's for a fan feed for his trans cooler fan. That is all nice and neat now. Goes up through back where it came from. You have some trigger wires that came off of that I had to run. So we have a main battery and ground feed here, and then this is all the harness wires here. So we ran those nice and neat, followed underneath the seat and to the back. So let me just put this back. Now he had existing wires coming out of the dash going to the shifter here for trans brake, etc. So what I did was I did not change too much there. I just rewired what was there, and obviously just used some loom. I like the way this looks. Some people may not like it. It's a nylon, and it's actually it rolls around the wire harness, and it makes for a nice clean look. So we kind of stabbed through the carpet here to hide it to the back, and this was existing. That goes down through the tunnel to the trans brake. Rewired a couple things here. The trans brake wiring was a mess, so I rewired that. This was existing, I left here, and this is just the 2 wires that come down from the trans brake button, which is located here on the shifter. But we actually rewired his line lock button. That was not wired properly. So now his line lock does work if you switch it on here. So everything now is powered properly. What he had going on before, this switch right here, this little cheesy little plastic toggle, was a main power feed to the switch panel to shut this off. That's incorrect. That requires 12 volts, direct 12 volts. You cannot run it through a tiny little plastic switch. That switch is probably only rated for about 8 or 10 amps. This is rated for, I believe, 50 or 60 amps. So you have to be very careful. So that was incorrect from the beginning. So that I fixed. So now when you put your main power in the back, and I'll show you, he has a main shutoff. So this would normally, he would write on here, push off. That's your main kill. That's drag racing purposes only. So then when you power up, pull on, it turns on your main ARC switch panel. So this vehicle still operates a key. So his key actually does operate some of the original electronics, headlights and all that stuff. We might change that down the road. Right now we're not going to. He likes it to be a street truck. We don't want to get too crazy. So here's what we did. Let's take a peek. So back here, like I said originally, we have power grid, power 7 or grid 7, whatever they want to call it. New fuse panel. So this is for accessories now that run off of the ARC ignition switch. So as he continues down the road, he has all these other areas to put accessories. So he can pretty much wire the entire vehicle through the accessory feed here. It's more than enough amperage. It's a main power wire that comes all the way over to this fuse panel. You have main grounds in the back. So this is a really nice setup. It's actually for marine applications. And as you can see, like we talked about before, this ground right here comes directly from the ground lug up front. The power feed for this is right off the bottom of that pole right there, and that also goes directly to that positive feed that's over in the passenger footwell on that positive lug. So if you lose a fuse, I'll show you. It's a nice little switch panel. So let's say we go over here. We turn our ignition on. Come over here. Sorry. We have power. So our Edelbrock system's already lit up. If you look at our grid is already lit up. So they are powered now through the ignition of the ARC panel, which is the correct way to do it. So let's say we lose power to, let's see, this is trans brake. Let's say our fuse goes bad. Oops. Hold on. So let's say we get a fuse that goes bad. Boom. That's supposed to have power to it. Uh-oh, we lost something. We look over here. That's our Edelbrock nitrous. That tells me I have a bad fuse. So it's a nice little panel. It only lights up when you have a bad fuse or a bad connection. So if I put that fuse back, it's powered back up. Progressive's nice. It's a dual ramp progressive nitrous controller. They work really well. So we have our nitrous solenoid relays, and then we have our trans brake relay all wired in together. That's just our little charging, or our USB, so we can tap in and program our grid. I have a basic setting in it right now. Obviously, the gentleman has his own settings that he's going to change when he gets to the track. Not bad. So let's get this thing running. You guys can hear it. He told me I could fire it for you. So then we got nitrous purge here, line lock. You got fans kick on, water pump kicks on. A lot of nice features on this fuel pump. And then they all turn off. Let's say you're running, you want to turn off real quick, boom. The ignition switch turns them all off. ARC switch panel is really nice. And this is the 8 position. They do make a 12, I believe. So let's get this thing running. Make sure we got fuel. Water's working. Put it in park. Fans work. Truck sounds healthy. I like it. So hopefully everything goes well. I already ran through all the checks on everything, so everything is functioning that I wired. Everything does work off the trans brake properly. All the timing, retards, all your nitrous progression, everything does work. So got to check those things before you race it. So, well, hope you enjoyed the video. It's a short one, but wanted to give you an update on the S10. So, and make sure, if you have time, if you're in the area, Lebanon Valley, May 22nd, no time, no rules. Scotty Wheels, my buddy Ralph, putting on a nice event. Draws a pretty decent car count. Small tire, big tire, grudge lane, and they're running a 650 index just as a filler class. Get the fans into it. So you're going to see a lot of big names, big hitters. So if you have an opportunity to be there, be there. Like always, subscribe, like, share, and I appreciate everything you guys do. Enjoy your day.